Yeah, so maybe you could say she is bored of it.
She
She's
is
bored of it.
bored.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Let's go to the next page. Can you read the title and the directions?
Okay. Vocabulary match the picture to the correct vocabulary word. Next, make make a sentence usually using a word.
Good.
Mm, picture to the correct vocabulary word. Next, make the second picture.
Okay, so let's try the first picture. So what
First,
matches with, yeah.
uh, eating. No, no. Okay. Take,
Hmm.
take,
Yeah,
tickets. Yeah.
tickets. Good.
Mm.
Yeah, the first picture matches tickets. Welcome back, David. David, what's matches with the second picture?
With screaming or with no. The second,
Yeah,
uh,
this.
mhm, like laughing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So the second picture matches laughing. Good.
Yeah.
Sarah, what about the third picture?
Crying.
Good. Crying. And David, what about the fourth picture?
I think it's uh, mm, screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Sarah, what about the fifth picture?
Eating.
Awesome. Nice job. And so can each of you choose one of these words? So choose a word, and in the chat box, can you write a sentence using one of those words? So can you write a sentence
Oh,
in the chat box?
Okay. In what form, teacher? I mean, present, past, future,
Any form. You can
any
choose any form that you want.
form. Okay.
Awesome, Sarah.
oh, I forget age.
Okay,
When I saw a sad movie, I was I was crying.
good. Okay. When I saw a sad movie, I was crying. Mm, we might change it a little bit. When I saw a sad movie, I was crying. It sounds a little bit odd, Sarah. Maybe we could say, when I was watching the sad movie, I was crying. So to be more of like a one-time thing. So when I saw a sad movie, it's really non-specific. So you use the indefinite article, we'd
Mm.
probably want to say the sad movie. When I was watching the sad movie, I was crying. Or when I watched the sad movie, I was crying. You could say
Okay.
one of those. Can you repeat
Mm.
that sentence?
When I saw when I was watching the sad movie, I was crying.
Perfect. I think that would sound a lot better. Good job, Sarah. David, can you read your sentence?
Yes, teacher. My aunt screamed when I scared him.
Okay, good. This is good. Remember that aunt is feminine. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and then scared is the past tense, and scream is the present. You need to change one of those verb tenses, and you need to change the pronoun because aunt is feminine and uncle is masculine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Confused.
That's okay. So how would you change?
Okay, my uncle scream when I scare him.
Okay. So if this is the present tense in a habitual action, so my uncle screamed when I scare him. So this always happens. We'd have to still change scream to the third person present tense. So
Uh,
how would you change scream?
in for third person? Oh yeah. Screams, yeah,
Huh?
because it's third
I
person. Yeah, you're right.
exactly. David, can you repeat that sentence?
Sure. My uncle screams when I scare him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could also say if it only happened once. If it only happened once, my uncle screamed when I scared him. So that would be the past tense
Mm-hmm.
if it only happened once. But good, really great sentences. Do either of you have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay, really nice work. And David, can you read the title and the directions?
Sure. Ranking. What kinds of movies do you like? Funny movies, scary movies, fantasy movies, sad movies, romantic movies.
Yeah. Can you repeat fantasy?
Fantasy.
Good, fantasy. Okay,
Fantasy
and
is
Sarah
like science
is,
fiction, sci fiction.
yeah, you could
Mm-hmm.
also say sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
science fiction. Yeah, that's a little bit more like fantasy. Fantasy is also like Harry Potter. It's como fantasía, I think.
Yeah, I
Um,
hear. Yeah.
Sarah, can you try the
Okay.
first sentence?
Okay. I like funny movies the best. The best because it's because it's make making me loving.
Okay.
Mm,
So we'd have to, I like funny movies the best. So funny movies
the
is
best.
plural.
Okay.
So you'd have to use the plural pronoun. So because, not it, but what?
Uh, uh, I like funny movies the the best. Funny movies plural pronoun. Funny funny because I don't know.
So
I
you said because it make me laugh. We'd want to use a different pronoun. We can't say it because funny movies is plural.
okay.
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
They
Uh-huh.
or
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
yeah so they yeah
They
it's
make.
for things. It's
Uh-huh.
for
And it's for plural. So you could say it is singular and they.
I
Okay.
like funny movies the best. I like funny movies the best because they making me laughing.
Okay. So close. We'd say because they make me laugh. So the singular, the present tense. Because it's a habitual thing. So funny movies usually or generally make you laugh. We use the present tense. So we use the.
Well, I like funny movies the best because they make me laugh.
Nice. Good. Awesome job.
Thanks.
And David, can you try the second sentence?
Mhm. I like I like uh, I like scary movies better than romantic movies uh, because romantic for me is a little boring.
Okay.
I prefer to have some suspension in the movie.
Yeah, I prefer suspense in the movie. So
Mhm.
you did a really good job with I like scary movies better than romantic movies. We'd have to change because romantic movies, for me, are a little boring. Can you repeat that whole sentence, David, one more time?
The whole, the whole thought? Okay. I like scary movies better than romantic movies because for me are, are boring.
Okay, so because romantic movies,
So,
for me, are a little boring. Can you see the chat box, David?
oh yeah. Because romantic movies for me are a little boring.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome job. And Sarah, can you try another sentence? So you can use your own sentence as long as you say better, best, worse, good, bad. So try to use a comparative, but talk about a movie and make up your own sentence.
Okay. I I think scary movies are scary movies was bad because it make people scary.
Okay, bad because make people scared. So again, we change the pronoun. So I think scary movies, and then you said was bad. We'd use
where where
close, but we'd say the present tense.
where
So general again. So because it's you think generally, they what present tense of the verb to be?
in I don't know.
Close. So he is
I think scary movies are
yeah,
are
are. Yeah.
yeah.
So I
I
think
think
scary
scary movies are bad because they make people scared.
nice. Good work. That was awesome. That was awesome. Great correction. Perfect. Okay. Um, so scary movies are bad because they make people scared. Good. David, what about you? Can you make a sentence?
I think funny movies are better than any kind of gender because funny movies uh, make people laugh and have fun.
Nice. Awesome. Really good sentence. I think funny movies are better than any other genre. Can you repeat genre?
Okay, genre
Yeah, genre.
like French, or is a English word.
It's actually, I think it comes from French, but we use it frequently, genre, in English. Um, so I think funny movies are better than any other genre because funny movies make people laugh and have fun. Really great. Good grammar. Okay. And Sarah, there are a bunch of candies in this picture. So Sarah, do you have a favorite candy to eat at the movies?
Yeah. So popcorn. Popcorn is not a candy, but chocolate. Any
Chocolate?
time, yeah, chocolate. Sometime I like to say milk chocolate.
Okay. So you like any kind of chocolate. Good. Good answer. Okay. And what about you, David? Do you have a favorite kind of chocolate or candy to eat at the movie theater?
Like maybe Snicker bar or Milky Way bar. That's delicious.
Okay. Nice. Good answer. Yeah, Snickers or Milky Way are both really good. Let's go to the next page. And David, can you read the directions and the title?
Sure, sure. Um, questions, comparative and superlative.
Nice. Great pronunciation. And David, can you ask Sarah the first question?
Yeah. Sarah, what is the funniest movie you have ever seen?
It's a movie for Jim Carrey. The the green something green put it in face, and the clothes was yellow. If you know the name, I forget. The Mask.
Okay, yeah, it's a movie. We'd say with Jim Carrey, and we'd say
Yeah.
called The Mask. Awesome. So that's an old movie from
Yeah,
like the 90s.
very
But
fun.
it's very funny.
Yeah, it is very funny. So can you repeat the sentence?
Okay.
So, so
Uh,
maybe saying the funniest movie I have ever seen. With that,
okay. It's a movie with mm, yeah. It's a movie with I forget with when I say it. Right?
okay, with. It's a movie
Yeah.
with Jim
It's
Carrey.
okay. It's a movie with Jim Carrey called The Mask.
Nice.
Funniest movie I have ever seen.
Yeah, so actually we'd probably start with the funniest movie I have ever seen is a movie with Jim Carrey called The
Um,
Mask. And that might be a little bit better, but really good. Good answer. Sarah, can you ask David the next question?
okay, David, what movie is scare than Forrest Gump?
Okay. Actually, I think Forrest Gump is not scary. Forrest Gump is like a mix from romantic, uh, sci-fi, and adventure, maybe. And funny, and funny. Like a mix.
Yeah,
Also funny. Uh,
exactly.
all the movies are more scary than Forrest Gump.
Yeah. So we wouldn't say more scary. So you'd say any movie is scarier
Yeah.
than Forrest Gump. Can you repeat those two sentences in the chat box?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think Forrest Gump is scary. Any movie is scarier than Forrest Gump.
Good. So with the comparative and the superlative, a good rule, three or more syllables, you'd say more something. So more intelligent, more incredible, more interesting. But if it's two or one, two, or three syllables,
Most.
we usually add er or eist. So the scariest, the scarier. So that's the comparative and the superlative. Try to think of it as a rule with more syllables, you'd say more. It's like more interesting, but scarier and scariest. So, David, can you ask Sarah the next question?
Sure. Sarah, which movies are more interesting? Um, Modern movies or classic movies? And why?
I think modern movie because uh, it's talk about something new and and everything was changed. Everything changing. And modern movie was uh, mm, more interesting than classic movie. They
Nice.
use fun more, yeah. Because they talk about something new and everything changed.
Awesome. So I think
I
modern movies are more interesting than classic movies because they talk about something new and everything changes.
yeah
Is that what you were trying to say?
yeah. I
Okay,
think
good.
modern movies are more interesting than classic movies.
Good. Awesome. Good. And what do you think, David? Do you think modern movies are more interesting? Do you agree or disagree?
Um, mm, um, yeah. I think more movies are more interesting. Uh, I say that because I think it's for the special effects, but not for more. Only for visual things and special effects. Because I think classic movies has better drama, better topics than more.
Okay, yeah, so I think classic movies have better topics or have more drama. Okay, really good. Good answers, both of you. Really nice job. Do either of you have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next page. Let's pretend. Sarah, can you read the directions and the title?
Okay. Make a story. Think about what happened before, during, and after the picture.
Perfect. And David, can you start out with before? So what happened before?
Mhm. What? Okay, before. Yeah. Before what? Before the image?
Yeah, so before the image, anytime before, maybe yesterday,
Anytime.
earlier today. Yeah, what
Okay,
happened before?
okay. Yesterday, um, I can say yesterday, uh, John called call Sandra for for a purpose of for invitation for invitation for go to the theater and watch a movie.
Nice. That's really good. We'd change it a little bit. Yesterday, John called Sandra to invite her to go to the theater and watch a movie. Can you repeat that sentence, David?
Yesterday, John called Sandra to invite her to go to the theater and watch a movie.
Perfect. And let's stick with before. So, Sarah, what else happened? What happened next?
You mean now?
Not quite. Let's still stick with before. So, can you carry on where David left off? So, after he called to invite her to the movies, maybe what did she say? So, what happened next?
She said, okay, I will come, and you should buy the tickets.
Okay. Okay. And what happened next, David?
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't hear Sarah. Sorry.
Okay. It's also in the chat box.
Uh,
So she said, okay, I will come. You should buy the tickets.
okay, yeah. The next day, the next day, the next day, they meet in the movie theater at 5 p.m. John bought the tickets and also he, he bought the the food the food.
Nice. Really good. And he also bought the food. So the next day they met at the movie theater. So to meet is the present tense. They met. So the past tense. Can you repeat they met at the theater?
They met at the theater.
Good. And John bought tickets and he also bought the food. Really great. And so, Sarah, let's go on to now. Sarah, what is happening now?
Sandra sits behind John, and she was watching the film, and John was eating popcorn.
Okay. Was eating popcorn. This is good. We probably want to use the present progressive. So what is happening now? So so you could say Sandra sat next to John And so right now,
Okay. Present simple.
present progressive, because it's what's happening right now.
Without using was.
So was is the past progressive. So was eating is the past progressive. We want to use the present progressive. How would you do that?
Okay. John have. I
Okay, so the past progressive is.
John was eating.
So that's the past progressive, was eating. So we want it, was is the past tense. We want to put it in the present.
Being. Be.
Close to be.
Being.
So how would you say, well, I am, you are. What is he?
I realized.
Okay, so that's the present tense.
Okay. That's our
Close.
John are.
John is actually a little bit different. So in the third person, I am, you are, he. David, what is he? The third person
Him.
present.
What is he?
Sorry, so the third person present tense of the verb to be. Is, yeah. So it's he is. Does that make sense, Sarah?
Yeah. I forget the grammar.
That's okay.
It's always come are and is and I am with us. Okay. John is eating popcorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what is she doing?
That's what's the grammar name for the are?
Okay, so this is the present progressive. So he is eating, they are eating. That's the present progressive, so it's the verb.
It's mean progressive, it's the present perfect continuous?
No, that's actually a little bit different. So the present perfect continuous is definitely changed. So that would be has been eating. So I have been eating. He has been eating. If you'd want to use the past perfect continuous, that would be had been eating. So that's a little bit different. So is eating is just the verb to be plus the verb ending in ing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the present progressive. If you want, add me on Google Plus, and if you've got any questions about those tenses, I can explain them a little bit better. So just add me on Google Plus after, and you can always ask questions. And Obaid, welcome to class. Obaid, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, teacher?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So, Obaid, we're in the middle of a story. David, can you summarize what we've said so far?
Okay. Okay, we tell a story about the image that is in the screen. Before that image that is now, we say that the guy who is John called Sandra, who is the girl, yesterday for invite to her to go and watch a movie.
Okay, to invite her. To invite her to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Good.
Then, okay.
Keep going.
Okay. Then, after they meet in the theater, He bought the tickets and he bought the food. After Sandra sat next to him and they were eating and watching the film.
Okay, good. And so, Owaid, what else is happening now? What else is happening now, Owaid?
I think they are watching a TV or watching a movie,
Uh-huh.
and they are eating potatoes, maybe, or something like that. And the man, the man, very interesting movie. But the girls, I can't maybe not care for, not caring for this movie. That's it.
Okay, good. But the guy doesn't care for the... Can you repeat? So the man is very interested in the movie, but the girl doesn't care for the movie. So it's in
The
the
man,
chat box,
yeah,
too.
the man interested. Just means uh,
Is very interested.
the the man is very interested in the movie, but the girl doesn't care for the movie.
Perfect. Nice job, Owaid. Okay.
Yeah.
And Sarah, what's going to happen later? What will happen later?
Uh, John, uh, John will, John will said to Sandra, uh, they will go to the restaurant after the movie, and they will having dinner.
Okay, good. Maybe we'd use the present tense or the future tense. They will have dinner. Instead of the future progressive, they will be having. So that'd just be the simple future. So can you read the sentences in the chat box? Starting with John.
A lot of words. Where I start?
Okay, you start with John. John will.
John will.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ask Sandra to go to the restaurant after the movie, and they will have dinner.
Perfect. Good job. Okay, and yeah, that's awesome. Really good work. David.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I want to ask it about the sentence to go to the restaurant. That's better sentence to go to the restaurant. That's
Yeah.
right?
So John will ask Sandra to go to the restaurant. So remember we say to go is the infinitive. So we do need the to in front of go. To go, and then to the is just, so it's a preposition plus article. So it's actually a definite article, the. So to go to. Yeah, it's a really common formation, Obaid. Does that make sense?
Okay. The restaurant, we use the or a or an. Why
Either.
using
So
the restaurant?
you could actually use a
Yeah,
or the. So
yeah.
the restaurant is a definite, specific restaurant. Which
Not
one they're
gen,
going to mind, not general. Yeah.
not gen. Yes.
A restaurant is a general, any restaurant. Any restaurant. A restaurant. And it's not specific and they don't know.
It's okay.
So any restaurant that is American. And that's when you'd use on. So it's a little bit different. I think I deleted it. American restaurant. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not sure. It looks like there it is. The chat box is slow. So use on in front of articles. Use this article in front of vowel sounds. So A, E, I, O, and soft U vowel sounds is when we use the un. So you'd say an umbrella, an American, an elephant, an incredible shot, an oval. But if you say something like unicycle, which has a long U sound, long U sound, we say a unicycle. And so that's the only vowel sound that we use a for. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Is U. The long U. Sorry. So the long U sound is the only vowel sound we use the in front of. But good. Let's go to the next page. And let's start with David. David, can you read the title?
Yes. Conjugate the verbs.
Good. Can you repeat conjugate?
Conjugate.
Yeah, conjugate. So we do emphasize the first syllable, conjugate.
Conjugate.
Good, perfect. And let's start with Owaid. Can you try the first sentence?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
What's the meaning of conjugate?
Okay, so it's either putting it in the present tense, the past tense, the future tense. So it's just changing the tense from the infinitive. So right now, the
Okay,
verb.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. I blank move before you call, but don't worry, it is past. Past.
Paused.
I think I to go a move before you call, but don't worry, it is past.
Close. Can you repeat paused?
Buys, buys,
Paused. Paw.
buys.
Perfect. Good. And so we wouldn't use to go. So we changed the verb and we changed the conjugation a little bit. Can anybody help him out? Does anyone know the answer?
And watch.
Okay, so we would use the verb to watch. So that's the correct verb. What tense should it be in?
Past.
Okay. Close. It's actually a little bit different than the simple past. Not the It's the past progressive.
To watch it.
Close.
I was watching.
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, okay. And maybe past perfect. I have watched. Is not possible.
No, I have watched a movie. No, we wouldn't use the present perfect or the past perfect.
Because
So
because it's like happening right now.
because why?
Because it is happening in the moment.
Yeah, because it's sort of it's a something that was happening before it was interrupted. And so it might continue later. So I was watching a movie before you called, but don't worry, it's paused. So Obaid, can you read the sentence one more time?
I need to watch a move before you call, but don't worry, it is paused.
Okay, close. We wouldn't say to watch. We would again use the past progressive.
I was watching a movie before you called, but don't worry, it is paused.
Exactly. It's paused. Perfect.
This is
Zara.
I was watching. This is past continue, right?
Yeah, the past continuous or the past progressive.
Past
So
progressive. Yes, but called past. When I watching before you calling, the
yeah,
calling mid processor
yeah, the calling interrupted
interactive.
the action. So we use the past progressive before an action in the past is interrupted. So
Teacher,
yeah.
I want to ask, is that my question, Jose? David said. Past progressive. It's the same of past continuous and the present progressive. It's the same of present continuous, right? The
The
same.
present, the
The
present
present
is different.
progressive is different.
So yeah, we use that in the present tense. So I am watching, present, present progressive, and I was watching is the past.
No.
Pro-
I mean present progressive. It is the same of present continuous.
yes, yes.
Because this progressive. It's the first time I see this word. It's always.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe
Sorry.
I think continuous it's popular more than progressive, or maybe in
It
America that
might be. Yeah. I learned
progressive.
it. Yeah. It just depends on your teacher, I think. But yeah, you could say
So
continuous.
what's the popular? Continuous?
Popular?
Yeah.
Maybe continuous might be more popular.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I learned progressive, and that's what I like because it's present progressive,
Okay.
um, and it just sounds better. But to me, so it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Okay. So Sarah, can you try the second sentence?
Okay. What do you want to do tonight?
Good. Okay. Perfect. And David, can you try the next sentence?
I don't usually like popcorn, but I love, uh, I love snacking.
Hmm.
Yeah, snacking on popcorn at the cinema.
Yeah, that was perfect. I love snacking on popcorn at the cinema. Good. And Obaid, can you try the next sentence? Sorry, Obaid, can you try the next sentence? Okay, maybe Sarah. Sarah, can you try the next sentence?
I went to the theater once a week.
Okay, close. Remember once a week.
I go.
Uh-huh. Because it's a habitual action or a general
Yeah,
thing.
it's a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Exactly, routine.
past. No, present simple.
Simple present, exactly. Good
Mm.
job. Okay, and Obaid, are you there? Okay, David, can you try the next sentence?
Sure. The theater smell smell like butter.
Close. We need something at the end of that word.
Yeah, in the past.
No?
No?
Well, you could actually say it in the past. It works in the present tense too.
Okay, the theater is smelling like butter.
Mm. We would not use the present progressive for a passive verb like to smell. So we would never say you are smelling bad. We would just use the simple present. We rarely use the present continuous for passive verbs. So we just use the simple present or the simple past in this case.
Yeah, smell like butter.
Okay. So you could actually say the smell.
The pronunciation is smelled or smelled.
Yeah, smelled.
Smelled. The theater smelled like butter.
Yeah, and in the present tense, how would you say it in the present tense?
In the present,
Hmm?
theater smelled like butter.
Close. We need to add the S, remember. The theater
Ah,
smells.
yeah, yeah, sorry. The theater
Don't. Sorry.
smells like butter.
Perfect. So that third person S. But
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do either of you have any questions on this page? Okay. Hopefully no questions. Let's go to the next page. And not enough time for that. So Sarah, can you read A and B? So A and B, and just
Okay.
read them.
Okay. Someone texting during a movie. B. Someone whispering to
Good.
their neighbor during a movie.
Nice. Great pronunciation of whispering.
I want to say something, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I like your class because you mixing speaking with the grammar, and it's very helping. It's very
Okay, we'd say helpful. And thank you so
yeah,
much.
helpful.
Good. Thank you very much. It's
Welcome.
nice to hear when students do like your classes. It's one of the
Thanks.
best things that keeps you teaching.
Okay.
And
And
Sarah, which one's worse?
yes,
Yeah, so which is worse?
what?
Yeah, so someone texting during a movie or someone whispering to a neighbor during a movie?
I don't know.
Okay, what do you think, David?
Well, how what, teacher?
Okay, so this one's worse?
Is correct grammatically? Or
I'm not sure if I heard.
what is the question, Joshua, again?
Okay, so which is worse, A or
Okay.
B?
For me, B is worse than A for me.
Okay, why?
Why? Because, for example, if you are testing, it's like don't make a lot of noise. But if someone is whispering, it's very irritated, and you can distract from the movie and make noise.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
exactly. Yeah, it's definitely irritating. You can, yeah, definitely be distracted, make a lot of noise. Good. And so unfortunately, we are out of time. Do either of you have any last questions before we finish class? Any last questions?
No, thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
I have one.
Okay.
That's what is the meaning of process halfway through the
Freezes.
process halfway through.
So,
Pause?
yeah, the movie froze and the movie freezes. So it's when it pauses and doesn't continue. So it gets choppy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Let me know if you have any other questions, but if not, have a really great day, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua.
See you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.